Hello everyone and welcome back to another day, another beautiful day in Spakovo, Poland. So we are in September and it's time to dig into the potatoes. Now the moisture, the moisture is not well. It's basically much too dry or at the bottom of the field much too wet. But I don't really have a solution for this issue right now, so we're just gonna ignore it. And we're gonna go to our neighbor, Mr. Philip, and we're gonna borrow the potato harvester as I said before. I think that's gonna be the better way to go around it, or about it. Because otherwise, we're gonna be in some trouble. We could do it with the trail harvester, but I really want to see how much we get off this field. And if it's any better than it was with previous harvest, where we used that old machine to dig the potatoes up and then pick them up from the ground, well, if everything is well, we should get a much higher yield. I should calm down, I'm driving really fast on this road. Yeah, it's a beautiful September day. There are already some mists rolling around, as it usually does in this time of year, when the weather starts getting colder. The soybeans are still not ready. They are gonna be in about a month. But on the other hand, we have our grapes ready for harvest, which we'll probably tackle in the next episode. Because I don't want to cram too much into one day. No, let's take it step by step. So yeah, I did promise Mr. Philip that we're gonna give him 500 euros for the harvester. I hope that's gonna be fine for him. Alright, but first, coffee. It's a must. Okay, let's see if anyone's home. Should be. Okay, a nice coffee later. Alright, so one good coffee later, we are all set. The keys are already in the harvester, so I am just to go pick it up and take it to my place. Oh, excuse me. I guess I didn't sleep very well. Yeah, he said he'd already prepared the header on, so we can take it as is. This is another vintage machine. I don't even dare to guess how old it is. And that's why I gotta be extra careful with it. As you know, you gotta be careful with your basic equipment. And you especially gotta be careful with old equipment. Because you never know, one strong pull of a lever might just take it off the machine. Do we have any kind of rotating beacon? I don't know. I just pressed the button, I don't know what it does. Wow, it sounds like it's gonna fly away. Like we're taking off in a Boeing or something similar. The view is pretty great up here. Yeah, this is gonna be an adventure, I think. And yeah, I did find the button for... it was the button for the beacon light. And I can turn it off now. Because before we start any harvest, I have to prepare my trailer. Wait a second. Don't I have... yeah, I think I do. I think I still have some sorghum in the trailer. Oh well. What an ugly piece of... nah, just kidding. But yeah, these machines, they were mostly efficiency. Nothing more, nothing less. If you think about it, the fuel tank is just like strapped on top. Like, they didn't even try to hide it. So yeah, do we still have... I think we still have some sorghum in the trailer, which I do have to empty out because I need a trailer. So yeah, that would be a good thing if we actually empty this out. Let me check real quick. Of course it's in the shed, yeah, it's still full. Right. So this is an empty pallet that's gonna house our soybeans. Okay, this is the sorghum. Oh, this is wheat. Where did we put the sorghum? Oh, it's back there, yeah. Good. Yeah, as you can see, these are quite big pallets. Actually, it looks a lot like soybeans, doesn't it? Alrighty. So let's get this baby on the road. Yeah. There's another thing I have to tell you, and that is that our adult pigs, Miss Juliet and Mr. Romeo, they both contracted that diarrhea stuff. So we already had a vet here. And again, both of those are gonna cost around 150 euros per month to basically give medicine and heal them. Alrighty, let's go online and see where we can actually sell the sorghum. Okay, it turns out we can actually sell it where we have been buying it. Of course, we're gonna get paid less than we paid for buying said sorghum to give our pigs some initial feed. So yeah, we have to make our way all the way down to that grain mill, and we can dump the sorghum out. And I can see the neighbors have been busy. There are some harvested fields around. This one has gotta get mulched. And I'm also gonna mulch the wheat field, probably also the soybean field. It depends on how big the stubble is left. Well, how tall the stubble is left after harvest. I don't know what I'm putting on the blinkers. Kind of feels like I should. In any case, I'll see you down at the spot. Alrighty, closing to the selling place. And of course we gotta weigh our tractor on the way in and again weigh the tractor on the way out. Alright, I guess that person in there is gonna write down the license plate and our weight. Alright, thank you. And so the selling place is... I think it's here. Alright, let's dump it all out. And we got paid 1,733 for approximately 2,700 liters of sorghum. You know, it's not good, but it's also not terrible. Alright, and I'm gonna jump out to get the receipt now. Let me just wait until he weighs us with me inside, otherwise we would be cheating. And that is not acceptable. Hello, sir. Alright, thank you, sir. Okay, I am sorry I asked, but I did ask what the best selling price usually is, and he said during winter they pay around 940 for cubic meter of sorghum, and we got paid 690, so we lost around 250, and multiply that by 2.7 is, it's around 700 euros. We lost around 700 euros because we sold it immediately and we didn't wait for the best possible price. So yeah, that's quite a chunk of change if you think about it. We got paid altogether 1,700. Makes you think, makes you wonder. Well, in any case, we can't really do anything about it, so I'll just keep on keeping on, and I'll see you back at the farm. Yeehaw! Alright, so I'm thinking how to strategically place the trailer so we can empty it out. Probably gonna be somewhere on the road. Maybe it should be at the upper part of the field. Yeah, let's do it at the upper part because that's the wider part and we're gonna spend more time and get more potatoes over there. And did you see what a cool roundabout we have here? Yeah. This was me planning for the future. If we ever had those dolly trailers, that would be like a lifesaver, I think. Alright, I really don't want to go too close to the entrance because it is kind of tight. But I think it's high time that we start putting some potatoes in. And yeah, dolly trailers. Those might be a good solution if we're ever gonna do any more root crops, because they usually give a whole lot of volume. And transporting them takes a whole bunch of time. Okay, now how do I turn this thing on? It's probably the levers over there. Probably open it up. Well, there's no time like now, so let me see, where do I lower this? Okay, like this. Okay. Okay. So it's not as wide as I thought it was. I'm really not sure what kind of speed do I want to be doing. Let's just try and do something sensible. Let's go with 4. 4 seems manageable. Let me just go out and check the width. Okay, so these are all the wheels. And we are sitting quite a bit to this side. Okay. Right. You can see I'm not used to this machine. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that left wheel as a marker, even if I have a bit of overlap. I think it's better doing it this way than correcting it all the time. Can't really see what's going on inside the hopper. There's no window. But I don't feel like we're getting a whole bunch of potatoes off the field. Well, it should be enough. Should be enough to keep us going. So, who's up for a time lapse? I am. Well, yeah. I was expecting a much higher yield, to be truthful. So I guess this is just the new reality we have. Because I've been doing everything I possibly could. But time and time again, the yields are not what they are supposed to be, so... yeah. No use in crying over it, of course not. But still no happy news at the same time. Okay, let's see if we missed any. Yeah, just a tiny smidge. Let's pick it up while we're here to complete the field. No potato left behind. Alright, so I'm thinking we're not going to be able to fit all of the potatoes into that trailer. There's going to be a bit left. Or possibly not. Would you look at that? I think we actually emptied out the whole machine. Yep, completely empty. Okay, well, I'll be. Well, I'll be. So yeah. We got only one trailer and not full at that. Almost full though. I don't know. Because the first year we came here and the potatoes we took out of the ground, that was like trucks and trucks worth of potatoes. I distinctly remember that I earned 180,000 from the potatoes alone, and imagine potatoes don't really go for a high price. So yeah, there were loads and loads of them. And I can't really wrap my head around why this is not the case anymore. What has the previous farmer that put those potatoes in the ground done that we are not doing? I don't know. And I haven't been dreaming, I promise. Because the money was pretty real. Yeah, well, everything is getting stored in the cellar. And let's put everything in. Right. I don't think we'll even fill this cellar up completely. No, there's still some space left. Well, everybody. I'm shocked. I am thoroughly shocked. Well, with potatoes, I'm definitely waiting for a better price, because that would just be... we have somewhere to store them. That's one factor, and the other one is that the price, I think it's like double when it's a higher one. Do I not leave the tractor outside? I think I do. There's actually another job that I want to make sure that I do today. That's mulching of the two fields that we harvested previously. The potato field doesn't need mulching since it's already been mulched by the machine. But yeah. So if anybody has any ideas why we got so little potatoes off the ground, please let me know, as I am really not sure what's going on. Yeah, this doesn't need mulching. This is thoroughly chopped up. We just have to plow it up and then make it into a nice little seed bed. Let's go and return this piece of kit. Okay, not taking the first exit, not the second one, but third one. Yeah. I like to return the machines where I found them, where I got them from, so that's just good neighborly relationships, I think. And yeah, since people are so willing to help, the least I can do to give a bit back. In, lower the header down, and engine off. Well, this was an interesting thing to use. Yeah. Another new experience here in Spakowo, Poland. Well, I'm gonna say thank you, and I'm gonna pay 500 as agreed for the leasing of the harvester, and then I'll see you back at the farm. Okay, back to the starting point. Now let's get that mulching going on, and then I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. And I suppose I'm gonna start tomorrow or the next episode with feeding our animals. I believe the cows are getting fairly low on their feed, so I gotta take care of that. Let's close this and protect our beautiful Lada. Yeah, and the next episode is gonna be the grape harvest again. So I think it's gonna be a pretty good one. You know what, I don't really need to close the door since I'm going just a bit down the road. Let's see how we're doing. I have seen farmers just simply plow all that in, but since we have the option to mulch it down, I think it's gonna be a better one. I don't know. I might be mistaken, you know. But I have also seen farmers plow in like whole corn stalks because they took the corn off by hand and the corn stalks were left behind, and then they just plowed it in. Alright, let's drop it down and let's see what happens. Oh yeah, look at the difference. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the right decision. Alright, well, I think it's another time-lapse situation, so see you on the other side. Well, this is a satisfying job. In any case, I ain't gonna show you the last field, the wheat field, because it's pretty much gonna be the same, just a bit more turning around in a tighter space. So yeah, this is gonna be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, when we will start with the feeding of the animals and with grape harvest. Our beautiful, beautiful grapes. Yeah, I gotta say I'm extremely happy with our vineyard, and I think the visitors, the tourists, are also very happy with that event every year after summer ends. So yeah, again, thank you all for watching from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and see you next time. Take care and goodbye.